Good morning. It is Monday, August 25th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Whitney Turner. This is Catch Up Quick, WVLT's daily fastcast, airing 10:30 in the morning, Mondays through Friday. We're going to start things off with a check of your first alert forecast with meteorologist Belle Oliver, tracking sunshine and cooler weather.
Yeah, I walked outside this morning. Of course, I knew this was happening because I did the weather last night and I'm a meteorologist, but it just puts a smile on your face. Waking up to some cooler temperatures, taking my dog out this morning. Perfect weather and still seeing a lot of sunshine. Heading outside there, look over Gatlinburg so far this morning. Stunning, and temperatures stunning as well. A lot of us still sitting into the 60s area wide. 69 Knoxville, 67 Harriman, 66 Wartburg, 70 degrees in Sevierville. Cannot beat these temperatures. Our cold front passed us last night. That's why it feels so good outside. Notice our dew points. A lot of us into the 50s. Lower 60s. That means it's still pretty dry out there, and it's really helping to feel better and feel more like fall heading outside as well. Today we'll top out into the lower 80s by this afternoon. Staying mostly sunny today. Could see a few passing clouds build by the afternoon hours, but I'll tell you how long this fall-like forecast will stay with us. Whitney.
All right, Belle, thanks so much. Well, police say a Madisonville man has now been charged after an investigation by the Criminal Investigations Division. According to the Madisonville Police Department, a home in the city was searched following a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. The investigation found 34-year-old Jamie Adam Hughes was in possession of multiple sexually explicit images of a minor. A Monroe County grand jury indicted Hughes on one count of sexual exploitation of a minor. Police say he's now being held in the Monroe County jail. Also, in Monroe County, we are learning new information in the case of a man who died in custody. An autopsy says the holding conditions in the Monroe County jail contributed to Elijah Isbell's death. 74-year-old Isbell died in February. The autopsy from the Knox County Regional Forensic Center says Isbell spent hours strapped to a chair, often unsupervised, with no food or water. The report says dehydration and restraint contributed to his death from heart disease. The district attorney is ordering an expanded investigation, saying he will present this case to the grand jury. And the sheriff's office said everyone involved has either been terminated, suspended, or has already resigned. Sheriff Tommy Jones says, quote, "Thoughts and prayers remain with the Isbell family." Right now, the Knoxville Police Department is investigating after a video of a KPD officer punching a woman during an arrest started circulating on social media. KPD tells us it's in connection with a traffic stop that happened Thursday on Woodbine Avenue. The 18-year-old driver of the car was arrested when another woman arrived. KPD says that's when the situation escalated. They say the officers used force to arrest that woman, and both she and the 18-year-old are now facing charges. KPD says one of the officers involved is now on administrative reassignment with his police powers suspended. They're also saying that investigation is in the early stages. It's still ongoing. And Knoxville police arrested a man who they say attempted to meet up with a child sex trafficker. KPD says 46-year-old Travis Mitchell Jr. brought his 4-year-old child to a business on North Broadway. They say he was planning to meet with someone he thought was a child sex trafficker. However, the trafficker was actually an undercover KPD officer. Well, police arrested Mitchell once he arrived, and after investigating further, they found that he had left a 10-year-old child alone at his house with no running water or a way to communicate. The children were moved to temporary safe housing. Mitchell is now facing a charge of online enticement of a minor and is scheduled to appear in court on Monday. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation announcing that the victim of a weekend shooting in Crossville has died. Authorities responded to the area of 4th and Main Friday after getting reports of a shooting there. The victim, 63-year-old Albert Sturgill Jr., was taken to UT Medical Center. We're now learning he passed away. The TBI says Eric Brandon Garrison was arrested early Saturday morning, and he is now charged with attempted second-degree murder. Today, East Tennessee honoring the life of fallen Maryville police officer Kenny Moats. 9 years ago, Moats was shot and killed in the line of duty while responding to a domestic call in Blount County. He served the Maryville Police Department for 9 years. Moats' son, Cameron, is following in his dad's footsteps. At the age of 18, he became a police officer at the very same department his dad was a part of for so long. A Panera Bread in Alcoa now rebuilding after a car crashed right into the building. It happened just after 11 o'clock Saturday morning. Take a look at the damage. This is the Panera Bread on Louisville Road. Alcoa Police Department says 2 people in a Subaru Outback crashed right through the front doors of the building. The building's power had to be shut off so crews could start repairs. Police say luckily no one's hurt. And an ATV driver is hurt after a crash in Sevier County. Crews responded from the sky. County officials say a helicopter was flown in after a man crashed an ATV off of Pittman Center Road Saturday. We're still working to figure out that man's condition this morning, but officials say he was flown to an area hospital. Heads up if you are driving through Sevier County this week, single lane closures on the spur are happening now. They're going to run until 4:30 this afternoon. This is expected to happen daily through Thursday. Crews are out doing roadside work, including removing debris, picking up trash. So slow down, move over. Also, the city of Knoxville telling us they're closing down part of Pleasant Ridge Road between Wallen Oaks and Autumn Landing today. That means if you're headed north, you will have a detour route. Expect delays. Officials tell us they anticipate this closure will last through November 25th. For the first part of this week, they're going to be prepping the area. The actual construction might not happen until later in the week.
And now, your first alert forecast with meteorologist Belle Oliver.
Still seeing a lot of sunshine across East Tennessee. Beautiful view across Gatlinburg right now. You can see the mountains, a few clouds back there, but a mostly sunny sky starting out on this Monday morning. Still feeling pretty good too. Temperatures area-wide are into the upper 60s. Some places slowly getting into the 70s. 71 in Maynardville, 69 in Knoxville, 70 down in Inglewood, and 74 degrees in Danvers. So definitely not a terrible start to this Monday morning. Again, I mentioned that cold front. I watched it last night push through East Tennessee on our Sunday. That really helped to bring in some more drier air on our muggy meter. You'll notice we're in that pleasant category. That's where our dew points are right now, into the 50s. So that's why it feels so refreshing stepping outside today. And we're going to stay that way for the rest of our Monday as well. Notice temperatures slowly getting into the upper 70s by about 1 p.m. Low 80s expected by this afternoon. And then as we go towards that 7 o'clock hour, back to the 60s. So we have a very nice below average day as far as those temperatures go, with a lot of sunshine. Could see a few passing clouds build in by this afternoon, but most of us saying pretty sunny heading out by that noon hour. So if you have any plans to get outside for lunch today, definitely today is going to be the day to do it. And then you'll notice we could build in a few more clouds from the west by this evening, but still going to be a pretty nice and picture perfect day. I think looking towards tomorrow morning, a little bit of those clouds to the southern half of our valley there and across the mountains. But other than that, it's going to be very nice. So heading out today, maybe you have some yard work plans. It's going to be very nice to do so. Low 70s by about 11 a.m. Building in some clouds by 6 p.m. You'll notice only into the middle 70s with some northwest winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Picture perfect. I think today, if you have any plans to get outside, you need to do so as well. Waking up tomorrow morning. Ooh, it's going to be crispy outside. A lot of us into the middle 50s, lower 50s out toward the plateau. 51 in Oneida and Jamestown, 57 degrees in Knoxville, 56 in Newport. Ooh, it's going to get chilly. Of course, these are not really cold, but hey, we'll take any taste of fall we can get here in East Tennessee. Over the next few days, temperature is going to stay into the low 80s, upper 70s with a mostly sunny sky. Overnight lows into those middle 50s. Of course, feeling like fall, feeling like football weather, tracking a few isolated downpours heading towards the big game on Saturday.
Looking good, Belle. Thanks so much. Tonight, Knoxville Councilwoman Gwen McKenzie is hosting a town hall on what the city wants to do at Chilhowie Park. That meeting is tonight from 6 to 8 at the Los Portales Event Center. Councilwoman McKenzie says the town hall will discuss the city's thoughts behind the sale of a portion of Chilhowie Park to the Emerald Youth Foundation. At last week's meeting, we told you City Council voted to delay the vote on the sale until next month. They say they want to have more conversations with people who are concerned. Heads up if you live in Knoxville, tomorrow is the City Council primary election. 5 City Council seats of the 9-member board are on the ballot. That's for districts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. All of the incumbents in those districts have reached their term limit and cannot run again. The 2 top winners in the primary within every district will move on to go against each other in the general election November 4th. Voters will only cast a vote for the district they live in. Polls will be open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Well, does it feel like Christmas is only 4 months away? Even though it's still months off, it is about time to start preparing for the most wonderful time of the year. Carm wants to help you out. This year, Carm's Christmas stores opening 2 locations. The stores will be on Clinton Highway and North Peters Road between Cedar Bluff and Kingston Pike. Clinton Highway location is opening next Friday for this season. Doors open to the public at 9 a.m., but VIP customers can get in early Thursday starting at noon. Carm stores say the opening date for the West Knoxville location will be announced soon. We'll, of course, keep you updated. And if you are making your weekend plans already, I know it's only Monday, but you might want to skip breakfast on Sunday because the Big Kahuna Wing Festival is back this weekend. Organizers are telling us there's going to be more than 15,000 pounds of wings, wing eating and cooking competitions, live music, fireworks too. The event benefits several East Tennessee charities. It's raised more than $500,000 for organizations over the past decade. This is such a big and fun event. Big Kahuna Wing Festival happening from 3 to 9 o'clock in World's Fair Park on Sunday. And some big news for burger fans. East Tennessee's first Whataburger location opens up in just a few hours. So if you are driving on campus, you can expect it to be crowded out on Cumberland Avenue. The location is right by the Raising Cane's on the Strip right now. Doors open at 11 o'clock, so you will be able to get some deals if you get there early on opening day. If you're watching this right now, you're probably too late to get in that line and be the first 2 people who are getting a gift basket. But the next 50 in line will be getting some goodies.
We the People, celebrating 250 years of America. Sponsored by Garza Law Firm.
We're celebrating America's 250th birthday with a year of facts about our region and the state. And today, football in Neyland Stadium. But it wasn't the Vols. The Atlanta Falcons and Cleveland Browns faced off in a preseason exhibition game on August 25th. 1973. According to UT Libraries, Volpedia tickets were $7. If only that was the case for this season. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Remember, you can stay up to date on WVLT.tv and inside your WVLT News app, as well as WVLT social media pages. We hope you have a great Monday. We're going to be right back here at noon.